Hello everyone! This video is going to be organized into two major sections for the convenience of your viewing. The first will be going over documents from both parties involved sharing their side of the story, and the second will be going over what I think and my opinion on the matter. So to begin, let's move on to the accusations from the banned party. So the document starts off with stating that there is an admin abuse problem in the SMP and the server is on a downfall, losing many of its players. Then they immediately accuse two active admins, Scorpion and Your Anxiety, one of the ones being the abusers of power. I am also actively a part of said staff team, so I am very much so trying to be unbiased as much as I can. Anyways, moving on to case 1 of their statement, they talk about how Wizgo, Mewtwo, however you pronounce that name, and Liam Plays MC were accused of destroying spawn. Their point, they argue here, is that the wall was built outside of spawn protection, and was built by a non-admin, and therefore should be able to grief it. Case 2 states things that get covered better in later cases, so I'm gonna leave it here for if you want to read it, and I'm gonna move on. Case 3, they state that they have a suspicion that staff member Anxiety had teleported to Mewtwo while at a private gold farm. The main point of this argument is that Mewtwo was on a ladder, so when Anxiety teleported to him, it couldn't have been a prior /set home. Moving on to case 4, they talk about how many times staff members Anxiety and Scorpion have been in creative mode and using World Edit. It also scratches on how Anxiety has been known to break rules in the past, and how someone like me should have just used my tools to repair spawn, as I'm, quote, always in creative. Case 4 also continues on to accuse both Scorpion and Anxiety of cheating in items and giving a player named Jade Sleepy creative mode in op, which is mostly false. Yes, Jade had creative mode, but was never given op, and has been immediately restricted of having creative mode and no longer will be. Case 5 talks about a unfair ban on a player named Nicardus for not wanting them around and being generally hateful to players, which is why they got banned from the Discord, is because nobody wanted them around and they were just being really, really mean. They got banned from Minecraft for many, many other reasons that I cannot delve into at this second because I do not personally know them. Case 6 goes on to talk about a completely different topic, not regarding this, so I'm going to skip it. But again, if you wish to read it, I will leave it on the screen. And finally, case 7 is accusing Anxiety of turning Liam Plays into a giant character, killing him, and stealing the loot. After all of this, there's 4 screenshots showing Anxiety in Spectator and Creative, Anxiety Invisible, and a situation from a long time ago of Virtual, the server owner, testing an item with Bungie. Alright, now that we have finished that document, we'll talk about the document that Virtual, the owner, has published responding to this. This is going to be much shorter. The first page is signing from all of the party members involved. Then the second page talks about the accusations towards himself about leaking IPs, which was on one of the papers that I skipped, because it is not relevant to this at all, and no idea why they brought it up, but it's all purely hearsay. Then the next page defends Anxiety, talking about all the accusations being false. Most of these points are true. Then next page is defending Scorpion, another staff member. Not much to defend him upon, but they did their best. You can read all of these if you wish. And then finally, the last page talks about unfair ban previously mentioned against Nicardus. Also, really off topic and not a part of why they got banned at all. And it ends off with Virtual saying he'll try better, which he has. We have fully revamped the staff team. And the final replies from the staff members, Scorpion and Anxiety saying fuck you, and me saying sorry. I'm still sorry. Granted, this last page may seem like it says ban appeal denied, but since then we have unbanned them and made them have a timer before they can get unbanned in Minecraft, because we have come to the conclusion that they don't deserve to be permanently banned. Anyways, moving on to my opinion on the matter, I really don't know too much of what happened and most of what went on, but for the 2 cases they brought up, I don't even know why they brought them up. It was all past stuff. Speaking of past stuff they brought up, one of the pictures of Virtual testing an item with a member of Bungie has nothing correlated to this. No idea why that's put in there. The other screenshots are all showing Anxiety being invisible or in Spectator, which also has nothing to do with this at all, because she's a staff member and is very much so allowed to do those things. I would also like to talk about the part where they said, I'm, quote, always in creative. I guess that's true to an extent. I did start using creative recently, and I'm full-time staff, not playing survival whatsoever, but that really doesn't change much. The other 2 are still very much so staff members. No idea why that would be a part of this whatsoever. Their point about should being able to grief spawn, because no point did anybody say that the walls outside of spawn were a part of spawn, is fair. And that is why we have recently loosened their bans from permanent to like a maximum of a week. Why are they still banned? Because they still talked a lot of garbage and were very mean to the 2 staff members, but they're not permanently banned, so they should be more happy. Anyways, now that I've explained all of that, I'm going to end the video here. This is for my fellow friends on the Odyssey SMP, or anybody that just wants to listen to drama, I guess. This is all the facts stated together. I'm not making my final decision, as we have already made our final decision, and I hope all of you have a lovely day. Bye-bye!